Here's the truth: as we age, our bodies produce more inflammation than they can calm. That's why joints swell, knees stiffen, and simple walks feel heavier than before. But when we add foods rich in omega-3 like salmon, sardines, flax seeds, or even a handful of walnuts, we give the body a way to cool that fire from within. Mrs. Johnson later smiled at me and said, "Doctor, it feels like my knees are mine again." And I'll never forget that look of relief. So let me ask you, are your joints creaking because of age? Or could it be that your body is simply asking for the quiet lubrication that only omega-3 can provide? I remember Mr. Allen, 76, who came to see me after a simple fall in his kitchen. Nothing dramatic, just a slip on the tile floor, yet it left him with a fractured hip. He looked at me and sighed. "Doctor, I never thought something so small could take away my independence." That's the quiet truth about calcium. It isn't just a mineral in your glass of milk. It's the scaffolding of your bones, the very frame that holds you upright each day. Without enough of it, bones become fragile like dried twigs that can snap under the slightest pressure. But calcium's role goes even deeper. Every step you take, every time you rise from a chair, it's calcium triggering your muscles to contract and release smoothly. Without it, movements become shaky, cramps more frequent, and even balance is harder to hold on to. The good news: calcium is all around us. In yogurt, almonds, leafy greens, even in a piece of salmon with the bones. And when paired with vitamin D, it doesn't just sit in the body, it finds its way into your bones, making them denser, stronger, more resilient. So I often ask my patients, are you giving your bones the nourishment they need, or are you leaving them vulnerable to the weight of time? I remember Mrs. Miller, 69, who came to me with a puzzled look. She said, "Doctor, I take my vitamins every day. I drink milk, I even eat my greens. But somehow my body doesn't feel any stronger. I'm always bloated, and I wonder if the nutrients even reach me." Her words made me smile gently because it reminded me of something many people overlook: the gut. You see, fiber and probiotics are like gardeners of your inner soil. Fiber feeds the good bacteria, and probiotics are those good bacteria themselves. Together, they make sure the lining of your gut is strong and healthy. And when that garden inside is flourishing, your body can actually absorb calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium the way it's supposed to. But the benefits don't stop there. A healthy gut also quiets down chronic inflammation, the silent fire that stiffens joints, weakens muscles, and drains your energy. I've seen patients who simply added a daily cup of yogurt, a serving of kefir, or more leafy greens, and within weeks they told me, "Doctor, I feel lighter. My digestion is smoother. Even my joints ache less." So let me ask you, are you nourishing that inner garden with enough fiber and probiotics, or are you leaving it barren, expecting your body to thrive on its own? I remember Mrs. Carter, 74, who came to see me after a small fall in her garden. Thankfully, she didn't break anything, but she told me softly, "Doctor, I feel weaker on my feet these days. It's like my legs don't trust me anymore." Science has shown this again and again. Older adults with enough vitamin D don't just have stronger bones, they move with more steadiness, more confidence. But here's the challenge: as we age, our skin loses the ability to make vitamin D from sunlight, and many of us spend less time outdoors. Slowly, without even noticing, the body runs low. So let me ask you, when was the last time you gave your body the sunshine, the nourishment, the vitamin D it's quietly been asking for? I remember Mrs. Lee, 70, who came to me with a tired smile. She said, "Doctor, just as I'm about to fall asleep, my legs cramp so badly I have to jump out of bed. It steals my rest every night." Maybe you felt that too, the sudden tightness in your calves that jolts you awake, leaving you restless until morning. That's when I explained the quiet power of magnesium. Think of it as a gentle conductor guiding your muscles to contract and relax in harmony. Without enough magnesium, the music falls apart: spasms, cramps, even restless legs. It's not just discomfort, it's your body whispering for balance. Mrs. Lee began adding spinach, almonds, and pumpkin seeds to her meals. Weeks later, she told me, "Doctor, my nights are peaceful again. No more cramps stealing my sleep." And I smiled because sometimes healing doesn't come from a pill, but from the right nutrient in the right place. So let me ask you, are your restless nights just age, or is your body quietly asking for more magnesium? I remember Mr. Harris, 68, who came to me one afternoon and sighed, "Doctor, I feel weaker every day. Climbing stairs feels like I'm dragging a heavy bag, and even lifting groceries wears me out." He thought it was simply old age catching up. But when I looked closer at his diet, I realized something important was missing: quality protein. You see, protein is more than just fuel for athletes. It's the very fabric of your muscles, the building blocks that keep your legs strong and your body steady. Without enough of it, the body slowly loses muscle mass, a silent process we call sarcopenia. It doesn't happen overnight. It creeps in quietly. One day you notice your thighs feel softer, your steps slower. Standing up from a chair takes more effort. So I'll ask you, are your cramps and shaky legs just age catching up, or is your body whispering for more potassium? You know, after all these years as a doctor, I've learned something simple but powerful. Health isn't built in a single day, and it isn't lost in a single day either. It's shaped quietly through the little choices we make again and again. A glass of milk with your breakfast, a handful of walnuts at night, a walk under the morning sun, a plate of greens on your dinner table. These are not small things. They are building blocks of strength, independence, and peace of mind.